Welcome back to the Five. Well, Bob just can't stop grinning from this next story because it turns out President Obama is tough on immigration. His administration deported 400,000 undocumented immigrants in the last fiscal year alone. This, by the way, is a new yearly record. Bob, we've got this story for you. Love it?
I'm so stunned.
It's a positive story for Obama.
This story got on the air here with the Five, and
It's
I'm glad you're.
Why do you hate Spanish?
I know. By the way, if you wonder why I dump on Republicans a lot, can I tell you a very quick story?
Yeah.
The reason that I've never voted for Republican, never can. When I was a 13-year-old kid, my father took me in a voting booth and he said, "Son, you see that Democratic lever? You pull that, all good things are going to happen to you: women, money, cars,
wealth.
Jobs." I said, "What if I pull the Republican lever?" He said, "You're going to die." So for that reason, every time I've ever gotten near a Republican, I've gone like this.
You left out that part that the people paying for the women, the money, and the cars is the
correct.
Republicans.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. But I will say this is a mixed bag for Obama, because there are people on the left who don't like this idea. And I won't take it anyway. I know Dana's going to talk about this, but it is true. But I think that the fact is that he's been dumped on so much when he has shown more commitment to getting illegal, particularly those who have broken the law, out of this country, and he deserves a lot of credit for it. And I'm sure Eric will figure out some way to whiningly say, and that's not really true. Go ahead, Eric.
You want me to go, or do you want?
I'd like Dana to go about the politics of it.
Okay, but I had a point about the substance of it.
Well, you can go with that.
Okay, I'll do the substance really quick. Removals and deportations are two different things, technically under the law. Also, if you might be detaining them in a jail, that's where some of these people have gone, and their worksite enforcement is way down. But on the politics, I do think that it is a very mixed bag, because no one on the right is going to give President Obama much credit or vote for him based on immigration policies. And people on the left say, really, you're going to tout that you've done the most deportations of any president?
That's right.
So
that's very smart. Hurts him with the Hispanic vote.
No, that's very smart. I agree with that. I mean, the politics do not work well. They don't work well with me. But I'm just making the point.
I think the Republican message on immigration has been atrocious as well.
Worse than atrocious. It's driven Hispanics out of the column that they should be.
And I think what's really atrocious is this whole what's going on with the Obama administration saying, by the way, we deported 400,000. Dana points out there are 300,000 that are sitting in not necessarily in
detention centers,
not in the detention centers, or at least documented somewhere.
Right.
And now Obama is pushing for amnesty for 300,000 illegals. They've broken the law. They need to go back.
That's the criticism.
And there are people who need the jobs.
Great. Go ahead.
Can I point out that in Bush's last year, he deported 30,000 less than President Obama.
Undocumented immigrants.
But I'm sure we knew more about that. You don't hear Ed Asner or Sean Penn screaming that Obama, breaks up families and hates Hispanics. You don't even hear crickets. You hear dead crickets.
Well, but you don't hear, because Obama's administration goes out of their way not to break up families. And the people that are being deported, you can try to cut it any way you want. The fact is they've been detained and they're on their way back home, are people who generally have criminal records, and they're not people with kids. And by the way, the kids who've gotten
but they're not being given their due process.
And he also endorsed the DREAM Act, right, which failed to pass. He's trying to still
it shouldn't have failed to pass.
garner the Hispanic vote, but it's so far
This is the Obama backdoor into getting 300, 400, 500,000 more votes.
Why don't you go rip a kid out of high school who's been there his whole life, and that school system to send him home?
Is anyone alarmed about this number right here? 55% of those deported had felony or misdemeanor convictions in addition to being here illegally.
So that's even a better thing for Obama.
But he's saying that helps Obama.
But what you're saying about wanting to deport these people on the DREAM Act, the rest of it, some of these kids have been in school from kindergarten when they came in here illegally. I grant you that. Now they're graduating. Some of them go to the military. Some go to college. And you want to just rip those kids out of here and send them back to their home country. Is that what you want to do?
This is what the left always does. It diverts to the most difficult situation. But yes, if they're here illegally, they got to go. Listen, I just believe in the law, right? The letter of the law.
The sound that you hear, the sucky sound you hear, is all the Hispanic votes that your Republicans are losing.
But one of the things I thought was a good move that President Bush changed was that if you served in the if you agreed to serve in the military, then you could become naturalized. And now that wasn't because you were illegal; legals weren't allowed. But if you were in a green card situation and you wanted to get your citizenship and you wanted to serve in Iraq or Afghanistan or for our military, then you were able to get your citizenship.
There are a number of people in the military who got it here illegally.
Dana and Bob, D.C. now a sanctuary city. Thoughts on that? Well, the mayor
of a sanctuary city is basically where the cops are not allowed to ask you your immigration status. But I think that's unfortunate for the cops is that they're supposed to police the communities and know everything they can about the communities.
Sure.
So now you can't know a really important piece of a puzzle that you might be putting together to deal with crime.
This fulfills my opposite law. If you want to run a successful city, you look at Washington, D.C., and you do the opposite.
Right. Well, it's saying it's not opting out of secure communities, which is a federal program that aims
you guys
to,
all live in New York City, and you're saying that D.C. is an insecure place to be? Are you kidding me? I mean,
it's safer.
No, it's also a sanctuary city.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the sanctuary city. I think I'm glad that my former hometown is doing that.
There's a lot wrong with it.
It's not breaking the law. If a county, a city decides they want to do it, that's their right.
Heck,
I thought you guys were
constitutional. Should there be a sanctuary city for
No,
murder?
this is it. Sanctuary cities encourage people that are trying to get benefits, that are here illegally, that are avoiding the states, that are actually participating in it, that hurts everyone else overall, because we should have a lawful path.
Did you notice how important this discussion was? I'm glad we had it.
Yes,
somehow it was more important than Howard Stern was more important than this.
All right, Bob.
As the World Series kicks... Oh, sorry.
Jeez. Oh, party hog. All right, more on the 5 next. See that? 5 words. Count them.